Let's go. I don't normally come down here on an evening, so you just never know what you might find. This is laden with hazelnuts. It's covered. That's good to know. Really good to know. With all the rain, they're swelling up. I just have to beat the other people to them. Someone else knows they're there as well as the wildlife. They're going to go down the parts of the woods that I can't only take you. It hates signal because it's the bottom of a ravine. Signal's just not great as it is in spots through there. I'm also going to take you to my favourite spot where I normally get hit for signal. And just show you why I love it. Walking down, it's actually really quiet. Lots of elderberries. Yay. Wherever you forage, always leave enough for the wildlife. Never take more than that you need. It's been a bumper year for elder this year, so I'll be making some elderberry cordial. I hear chaffinch. Today I caught some wren's fledging, so that was nice. I'll be editing the video of that. The third smallest bird in the UK, next to the goldcrest and the firecrest. I haven't seen the firecrest around for a while, but they do travel a lot, and when they're back, I'll try and catch them. Plenty of water in the little stream. All that rain recently, it's filled right up. We've got another badger track. I feel really small walking through here. The bracken towers above you. Roses. Phew. I don't like the smell of bracken at all. The bugs love it though. So that's a plus for the environment and not for me. That single tone call is a chaffinch, and it's known as its rain call. Hopefully it's wrong. We're getting up to the marsh, so we'll be taking a good look for some deer. Let's move some cattle into there. There's been sheep in there for the last few weeks, and lambs. They're not anywhere near where we're going. You'll be happy to know. Well, that's a lie. I'm happy to know. I've got more dairy cows on this side. Loads of them. Okay, so we're in the edge of the marsh. I'll check both sides. Last time we saw the doe, she was in here. My old lady friend that I pass walking this path said that they've been changing their coats. Sounds like she passed a buck. Said he was a lovely bright red. So you never know, look, we might find him. But all when you see them close up, they're bright red. The deer are actually really well camouflaged in the long grass, in the reeds, and in the heather. There's quite a lot of heather in this marsh. Lots of silver birch saplings in there. My dad used to make silver birch wine. It was amazing. Really sweet. So getting closer to the wood, hearing more birds. And this is the spot we first saw the doe with a fawn last year. And we're almost to the wood. I like going across the top, don't ask me why. Good evening, Mr. Magpie. How was your wife and family? We've got some magpies and jays actually. Pair. Second one just flown through. And let's keep going. Jays are stunning birds, but they're ruthless. They'll take eggs, they'll take chicks, they'll take out other birds, and not just the smaller birds, they'll take out crows. We've had them take on a murder of crows, pick out the weakest one, and the other crows have not defended it and just let them take it. Their call is also awful. It's not a pleasant call to hear. It's more like a wounded vulture. We've got another badger track through there, and you can see it runs all the way down through there. Badgers will travel a fair few miles every night. They have their routes and they have their routines. So they have well-worn tracks. Okay, we're just about the wood edge. I haven't heard the buzzard family. There's one of the buzzards at least was hanging around this end of the wood. More chaffinch. That single note, wit, 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 is chaffinch. Really common birds. Aha, buzzard. There you go, what the buzzards are here. I haven't actually looked for its nest. I've got khaki on, so I'm quite well hidden. If I can keep my voice down. Just listening. Just having a good look around. There you go. And now we got to see the buzzards. They'll take carrion, they'll take rabbits. They're a huge bird. When you see them stood on the ground, they're like a turkey, they're enormous. A long way from the largest bird of prey in the UK, but most definitely the biggest here in northern England. One of the last signs was the roe deer buck in this corner. Right, let's head down into the wood. I'm having here is in charge of the historical sites in this woodland. Sort out these trees when they fall to protect the archaeology. We are in what is normally a little stream over winter. You can see it's had a little bit of a flash flood with all the heavy rain recently. So it becomes a waterfall. So get down here. Found some beautiful quartz, a quartz with the ionised, mineralised iron even. That was in here. I've sent a piece of that to Jamie. Okay, how we're looking. So all the marks in this stone are from around 209 AD, from the Romans. That tree worries me. We've got a lot of rocks and branches down, and it's slowly sliding forward down the bank. There's a lot of airspace beneath there. We'll have a quick look in the bottom, and I'll show you the tool marks. This is one of the smaller work faces left by the Romans. There's a couple larger ones further on. I've done a few videos on that, so anyone wants links, I'll let you know. The water has been running down from that tree in the bottom here. The wind's getting up a little bit, so we won't spend too much time in the bottom. Seriously, don't want to tempt fate and all that. So this tree is also starting to come down. Just looking at all this on the side here. You can see in there we have air put her in the ground on the rock face, and the whole cliff face is coming away. The whole top layer, the whole tree layer at the top is going to come down. And we've had a little bit of a river come from our waterfall. I would love to have a look in the bottom of here actually. There's some interesting finds. What's that? Nothing much. So this is where it comes from the top. A little mini waterfall. And a nice piece of quartz and sediment. I'll come away from underneath that big tree. It makes me nervous. It's about a foot and so bit of sandstone that's come down. We've got soil and rocks coming down from up here as well. So all these marks were left by the Romans. It's crazy that they're still here. Blows my mind that it's still here. Now there is graffiti and I cannot find it. Although I'm seeing some strange things on here. Why am I showing you that? So it's above there. Just there. It's almost like a fish. And it looks carved. So I got that there. And I'm seeing just different bits and bobs all the way through. And you've got all these tool marks back from 209 AD. They were here a long time for the amount of work that they've done. Right, let's get away from those trees. Right, where's my path down? This bit down here, if you didn't know, it was in little northern England. You'd think it was abroad, somewhere tropical. It's a little bit of paradise. Right turn. That is where we're going, down into the bottom. Yay. I should have brought a bag and I didn't. Clever, shows it. Down the interesting steps. I say steps in the loosest possible terms. There's actually a step come away. Right, we'll be careful. Supremely careful. The heavy rains have really washed this out. There's a path. So this is where I've seen offerings, spring and winter equinox. Stacks of these little sticks just piled up and lined up around the base of the tree. I think there's a few more. Are these ones that were part of it? Yeah, it looks like it. And it's all in stacked all the way around. And this is an oak. This is another oak, and I just saw a couple of things around the base. But I think it's just natural. Yeah, just natural. Right. Let's go down the rest of what I loosely would call steps. The boulders. The water All the recent heavy rain has made its own track down, but I don't really want to follow that, so we're going down the path. Now that's a face stone, which is interesting. Old facing as well, right. Sidewards, I tend to find I get the most grip sidewards. My knees don't like going face on. But look at it, I love it. We'll see how far we can get that way. I don't think we'll be able to get far because the water's quite high. Okay. Again, piled. We'll ignore the fact I've got trainers on. Piled rocks. Although they're large rocks. Now, I wrote Tina's name for her down here. I think it'll have been washed away. In fact, I'm certain it's been washed away. But look at that. That pool's lovely and deep now. It's cleaned itself out. Although I just saw some little fishies in the bottom there, some fry. It's just so clear, comes through the moors and it's filtered through the peat, which is why it's so dark brown. Dark brown, like a cup of tea, but clear. Nice and deep as well. And just look at that. Now it's changed shape again. It wasn't running at all on this side, and this boulder field wasn't here either. It was solely running on the other side. Got a few ledges in the bedrock as you go down on that side. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes, I'm going to end up with pockets full. We know that. It's me. I always do. This one is a perfect skimmer. Round and smooth. We might have a go at skimming while we're here. Just going to look to see how far I can get. I don't think I can get very far this way. But down there, it's unbelievable. I love it. I think when the water's low, I can walk the whole way to the set of 4 waterfalls, following the river. That's my plan. Not sure if it'll happen, but you never know. Mainly sandstone, ironstone. There's a lot of metallic rock through the beaches. You can't see it, unfortunately, because the water's so high. Very few people come down here, and I love it for that reason too. Another reason why I love it. Let me get through here. I'm watching my feet. And again, we're on bedrock. Deep down in the bottom of the gorge. Ooh, you're pretty. Oh, ow, that was my ankle cracking. As is that. Really pretty. Lovely. They're a keeper. I can't take too many keepers because I've only got little pockets. So you'll be pleased to know, ice if you're in, that we won't be stopping long. There used to be a pool at the other side of the next one of these bays that we're going to call up on the way through the wood. But it hasn't been flowing that high to fill it again as yet. But I would love to be able to get onto that side. I would love to. Unfortunately, the water's just too high. Leave those up there, so next time I'm here and I've got a bag, I know where they are. Now, isn't that weird? It almost looks like a tooth at that side, but it's not. It looks like a tooth. That is a lovely piece of quartz. Very nice piece of quartz. Some good crystals through there. I hope that wasn't thunder I just heard. Really hope it wasn't thunder. This walk could get interesting. That's pretty. Right, let's go. I'm getting sidetracked. So many huge pieces of quartz. And there's another one. So we'll take these up the top. Now that's unusual. If I can turn it over. The question is that man-made? I think it is. It's an odd angle to have through that stone. Interesting. Very old, dark piece of quartz there. And two nice ones. So we're going to chuck them up that top. There's another one shouting my name. We've got some black rock through there, which is interesting. And we're going to go. I've found pottery in here before, and we have got farms further upstream, so they could easily be from there. Nothing necessarily old. Ooh, that's a huge piece of quartz. That is Mahusiv. That is a lovely, lovely, lovely piece of quartz. That's large. Hang on. I found some fossils. Some fossils in there. Glinting away. That one Interesting. We're going to have to move this big piece of quartz. That's enormous. And look at those crystals in there. Wow. Oh, I'm going to have to carry it home. That is very nice. And it's going to go home with me. We all know it is. Huge crystals in there. Huge, right. So that's going home, which means I'm going to have to forfeit these two. And I'll move them up here for future reference. Up behind that stone. Oh, and something's just bit me on the ankle. Fabulous. I'm going to rearrange my pockets, is what I'm going to do. There's a lot of iron in that quartz. There's a lot of interesting pieces. You've got the black crystals through it too, which is intriguing me. Ooh, slipping and sliding. So, was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. You've got those black crystals through. I'll leave that here. Oh, hang on. I've cracked it. I thought I had silver inside there then. Fire quartz, right, it's got to come home. Oh, typical me. Right, let me get away from this water because I'm getting bitten. I'll just show you these steps from the bottom up. It's just so pretty down here. We're also not far from Abraham's Cave. That's closer to the kettles. Right, we'll make our way up these lovely steps. Oh, nearly dropped you. They're actually really firm. There's no wobble to make your heart flutter. It won't make your heart flutter, it'll make my heart flutter. Now this is a leg warmer. As is the descent we're about to do. Whew, my poor legs. Right, let's go. It's really hard not to heavy breathe when you want to heavy breathe, but you've got a microphone close to your face. As much as it's tempting to stick my face in the spring here, I'm not going to. Now this down here is stunning. The sound is just amazing. You're so close to the water. Some rock fell just then. Alright, let's go. Here's my little spring. It's hard sandstone edges and a platform put in for people drinking it. It is the most beautiful tasting water. And this is where I get hit with signal nearly every time, and it drives me insane. And there used to be stone gates at either side, and it's inflowed. The water rises to up onto the path, and it would be closed off. This is where our 4 metre long icicles were last winter. But listen to that. Now I really want to get onto that side bank, but the water would have to be exceptionally low to get across. Hopefully you can see now why I love this stretch. This bath is going to cut the wood in two. You've got a high waterfall from the top, and it's just washing this side away. And you can see how much is just washed off. They've tried to save this side with these logs. I used to walk across them, and that one became like a seesaw. And now we know why. I refuse to go on them ever again. Obvious reasons. And we're across the stepping stones. And last up, my other favourite place, another bay. That again, signal hates. Oh, we can't go, there's a young family in there. There's always next time. I'll take you there next time. So on Kingfisher Corner, kingfishers have been spotted on this part. I haven't though, not by me, it has to be said. And again, just an immense bank of boulders that have washed downstream. The power of water. I'm potentially going to get muddy along here. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. She says, nope, it's fine. This bit is iffy though. There seems to be springs shifting where the rocks breaking down and letting water out of different areas, I don't know. But there's water coming to the ground where usually it doesn't. And we're just heading to the Kettles. That's going to be a really deep channel on this part as well. It's going to be about 3 foot wide. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. Such a lovely spot. The trees have been getting pushed down. We're moving further down. So this spring's always been here. Coming out from that bank. But we have water coming through here and it's a lot compared to usual. There's actual flow to it, which is odd. We'll take a chance. That's not bad. You don't only have water sat in the back of here. I can hear rocks rolling along. And this spring has always had its own channel. But again, there's a lot of water moving through here that there normally isn't necessarily this time of year. All that at the back there is basically a bog. Ew. Someone's been trying to dam it with branches. They're trying to use more traditional methods through here. Cliff face above us with wonky trees. So this is another place to be careful of. There's a cave almost starting to form, but has 2 large trees above it, and when they come down, They're going to take the upper ledge, I think. And it only sits about 8 foot back into the stone wall. And there's a few pieces there ready to shear off. There's a huge piece just there, that bottom piece there. It's got a fault line. When that drops, it's going to hurt. So we're going to have to do something about that. At least a ton, that piece of rock. And then we're back to the old clearing at the Kettles. It's just odd. And you can see the third line down of the Kettles. All this was underwater, all that stone, the last time we were here. The tide line is around here with the recent storms. And we've actually walked out almost to the edge of that. Because I want to measure it. I want to see how deep it is. There's a lot of water travels through there for such a narrow hole. Right, let's go up. How's that for a swamp? That's not usually there. We've got a lot of water coming through this side as well, which we don't necessarily always get. Drainage pipes all the way along, but none are running. Two huge oak branches have come down recently. This first one's immense. I'm carrying about an extra stone, possibly more. That one is ridiculously heavy, and those crystals in there, solid white's coming home with me. Pretty. Oh, we've got more people. Hiya, you alright?
Hi.
It's nice seeing locals walk a place. Now this end is the bed end. All your songbirds are down this end. Yeah, I've just about caught my breath. There's a lot of leaves dropping from this one. Or is it seeds? I think it might be seeds and flowers. Big old beach. No, it's all leaves. They're not from the beach. Oh, found some more crystals in this rock. Huge crystals. Turn it round. Big crystals. It's going to be a fun crack. So we're almost at the old bridge. So, thank you all for joining me. And I'll see you all next time. Oh, sunbird, sunfish. Bye now.